You have our sincere thanks. This attack was most unexpected. We have not met. I am Stroud of the Grey Wardens. I cannot believe the Qunari would dare such an attack. This will lead to war with the Free Marches for certain. I fear pressing matters take us elsewhere, but we can spread word to the other free cities. Perhaps they will bring aid.
There's something more important than an invasion.
There is, but I cannot say more. The Qunari are of far greater concern to you, I'm certain. But we must return to our mission.
We could use your help defending the city.
Even if we wish to, Grey Wardens cannot involve themselves in political struggles. I am sorry. Take this. It is all we can spare, but perhaps it will be of use. Maker watch over you, my friend.
Sheriff, quit your struggling, woman. Tether! Boss! Then the Arishok failed to take you captive. Unfortunate.
Knight Commander Meredith. I know you. The name Hawke has turned up in my reports many times. Too many.
It's good that we found you, Knight Commander. The Qunari are...
It's obvious what they're doing. The Qunari are taking people to the Keep, and may already be in control. We will need to deal with them.
Why would they be gathering hostages?
They're going to take everyone of import and put them in the same place. Those that agree to convert, live. Those that don't...
Charming.
Always happy to help in a life-threatening crisis?
Good. Your skills will be sorely needed. Head to the Keep and I will see if I can find more of my men. These creatures will pay for this outrage.
Many thanks, my friend.
You don't seem as badly injured as the others.
The others? Surely they cannot all be. Andraste's grace. What were you thinking, child? I told you to let them take me.
We had to do something. We couldn't just...
I'm glad you're safe.
The city's under attack. None of us are safe.
First Enchanter Orsino. You survive.
Your relief overwhelms me, Knight Commander.
There is no time for talk. We must strike back before it's too late.
And who will lead us into this battle? You?
I will fight to defend this city as I have always done.
To control it, you mean? I won't have our lives tossed to the flames to feed your vanity.
I won't have you two at each other's throats. I'm in charge.
You! You're not even of this city.
Neither am I. Yet I don't hear you complaining about us both fighting to defend our home.
Very well then. But whatever you plan, be quick about it.
Why am I not surprised?
Tell us then, what is our course of action?
We need to find out why they're gathering hostages.
An excellent choice. Let's move quickly.
There seem to be a great many Qunari at the keep's entrance.
Then they've already taken it over. Clearly, they've been planning this for some time.
Perhaps we should have been planning ourselves.
I don't see any of my guardsmen.
This is the only way in. We must assault them now before their numbers grow.
Are you mad? They have hostages. We need a distraction.
Decide quickly. We have no time.
Let's hear what you have in mind, Orsino.
We'll need to get you inside and catch up as soon as we can.
And just how will we do this?
Have confidence, Knight Commander. You will not conquer this city without a fight! Cerebos! Finish Caucus!
Here is your Viscount.
You dare? You are starting a war!
Look at you. Like fat doth Russie, you feed and complain only when your meal is interrupted. You do not look up. You do not see that the grass is bare. All you leave in your wake is misery. You are blind. I will make you see. But we have guests. Sinead Dawn, Hawk. I expected you. Moras to Ebreshok. You alone are Basilidan. This is what respect looks like, boss. Some of you will never earn it. So tell me, Hawk, you know I am denied Parvalan until the Tome of Kozloon is found. How would you see this conflict resolved without it?
I believe I can answer that. I'm sure you'll find it mostly undamaged.
The Tome of Kozloon.
It took me a while to get back, what with all the fighting everywhere. You know how it is.
I thought you'd be long gone by now.
This is your damned influence, Hawk. I was halfway to Ostwick before I knew I had to turn round. It's pathetic.
The relic is reclaimed. I am now free to return to Parvalan with the thief.
What?
Oh, no, no, no. If anyone kicks her ass, it's me.
She stole the Tome of Kozloon. She must return with us.
You have your relic. She stays with us.
I'm sure he'll take that well. Riveni, you might want to move a bit this way.
Then you leave me no choice. I challenge you, Hawk. You and I will battle to the death, with her as the prize.
No. If you're going to duel anyone, duel me.
You are not Basilidan. You are unworthy.
Don't you have what you came for?
You know we do not suffer thieves. She cannot walk away from this insult. I will take her. If you object, duty demands that we fight.
All right. Let's dance.
Marathas! So shall it be! One day, we shall return.
Is it over?
It's over.
The city has been saved!
It appears Kirkwall has a new champion.
You seem confused, Seeker.
The champion killed the Arashok in single combat? It just sounds so... romantic.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you're developing a little crush.
Don't be ridiculous. The champion just seems very... heroic in your tale.
Mm-hmm.
If you're telling the truth. If you are, then... what happened at the gallows may be far different than we assumed. I need to hear it.
Let's say I tell you. Then what? Is the Chantry out for revenge? Is that what this is all about?
No, it's not that.
Then what about me? If what I tell you isn't what you want to hear, will you still let me go?
I will let you go.
Well, now we're talking.
None of this is what I thought it would be. Tell me what really happened. You've been wasting my time, Varric. It stops now.
Seeker, you wound me.
The champion nearly starts a war, and you're all too happy to bury it beneath your words. You will tell me about the Qunari.
What's left to say? The Arashok was killed and a champion crowned.
And yet we had Orlesians threatening sanctions of every kind and measure. What happened at Chateau Hain? What happened with Talis?
You've heard about her?
We had someone there, but they lacked your access. Whatever Talis was to the champion, it seems like it angered a nation.
Thousands of lives were at stake, Seeker.
Perhaps one still is.
Nicely non-specific. All right, let me set the scene. An ambush, an invitation, a hunting party. All because of Talis.
And of course, there's no one.
All I know is it had something to do with you and nobles. Edge is usually very reliable.
That's what you get for listening to someone named Edge.
Feels like an ambush.
Why? It's not always an ambush. All right. Maybe sometimes it's an ambush.
And there is the champion of Kirkwall. You die today.
Oh!
Kill all of them!
Well, what are you waiting for? Sloppy. You'd think the crows would be better at this. They've been doing it for ages.
Were these crows a gift from you? That's generous.
Oh, I didn't arrange this, but it's no coincidence I'm here. My name is Talus, and I've been looking for you.
Looking for me?
Looking for the man who has an invitation to Chateau Hain, to be specific.
Oh, that's what Edge was on about. You remember? Duke Prosper, the one who fawned all over you at the Champion of Kirkwall banquet. He talked about a hunt.
I doubt I'd go to such a thing.
I was hoping you'd reconsider. The Duke is a delightful host, or so I hear.
Let me guess. This isn't just a social call.
I need to relieve him of something he has no right to possess. And I can't do it alone.
You want to rob him?
Well, stealing from Orlesians is never wrong. Or so I've been told.
There's always a catch. Nobody ever helps us unless there's a catch.
This isn't how I was planning to ask you this. I was picturing an introduction with less blood.
Why not? I hear the Orlesians make excellent cheese.
That's right. You're Ferelden, aren't you?
We're not actually dog people, despite whatever rumors you've heard.
I'll keep that in mind.
So, tell me, what exactly is it you want to steal?
A jewel. The Duke thinks it's valuable, and it is. Just not in the way he believes. What's more, he shouldn't have it in the first place. He who wishes to walk on water must first learn to swim. Come with me to Chateau Hain. I'll explain everything on the way. If nothing else, you get fine wine and fancy company. But I hope you want more than that. The jewel we're after is called the Heart of the Many.
Interesting name.
Interesting jewel. All I care about is getting it away from the Duke. Here's the problem. The heart is in a vault, behind who knows what kind of traps. Protected by a private army of Orlesian chevaliers. All inside a fortress that was designed to be impregnable. And let's not forget, it's on the side of a mountain, in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by monsters.
Andrastes, dear Prosper, when is this going to get started?
Presently. All right, everyone. You'll know the tradition, yes? The first to find and slay a wyvern wins the honors of the evening. And bragging rights, of course. Good luck to you all.
Lovely day for a hunt, don't you agree? Very outdoorsy.
Ah, the Champion of Kirkwall. These are honored guests. Please excuse Cahir. A polite bodyguard is a contradiction in terms, or so I am told.
A chase-in? Here?
Oh yes, you are Ferelden, aren't you? You would know these people.
I know of Darkspawn too, but I generally don't let them breathe on me.
No, he breathes on all the guests. Think of it as a rite of passage. And who is this lovely specimen?
You flatter me, Your Grace.
I must say I didn't really expect you. I already have an Amel, you see. Or Orc, I suppose it is. A member of the Kirkwall Circle of Magi, no less. And endlessly charming.
Brother?
Perhaps you should join forces to avoid any appearance of collusion between parties. At any rate, I won't keep you from the hunt. Wouldn't want you to fall behind the others, yes?
I don't think I've ever encountered a wyvern before.
And why would you? There are exceptional beasts, magnificent cousins to the mighty dragon. My only advice? Beware their poison. It's the deadliest thing about them, as well as the most valuable.
Their poison is valuable.
Indeed. From it can be brewed Aquae Lucidius, a libation adored even by the Empress herself.
You'd think she'd be against drinking poison, on principle.
Her Imperial Majesty's many things. Careful not being one of them. But here you are wasting valuable time on questions. Do you wish the others to beat you to the prize?
The sooner we get to the celebration, the happier I'll be.
Oh, I quite agree. The festivities cannot come soon enough. Good luck to you, my lord. Remember, fortune favors the bold.
You have come a long way to join our Duke, Sirrah. You'll pardon me for saying that you do not seem like a hunter. A word of caution since you are new to this. Wyverns spit venom. Their victims suffer terrible pain before they die.
Death is always the result, then?
Depending on exposure, it may take days. But yes, death is always the outcome if the poison isn't treated.
Since people hunt these creatures successfully, I imagine there's a trick to learn.
Ah, there are many tricks. It is best not to face the beasts head-on. Flank them. Blind them if you can.
Slow, agonizing death? This sounds less and less like a fun outing in the woods.
But the venom can be treated, though it is not simple to do so. A distillation of herbs, equal parts, Drakevein, Andraste's mantle, and Winterberry, can counteract the poison. May the Maker's luck grace your hunt. Be safe, Sirrah.
Invigorating, but I doubt that was the point of the hunt.
Do dragons and wyverns even mix? I don't think so.
So if we drop part of this in the right spot, we might lure a wyvern out to protect its territory.
Good thought. Do that.
A lot of blood. Would that be prey, or from a wyvern itself?
I've heard they fight for dominance. Can't be gentle.
Maybe we can use some to draw out rivals. Added to what we have already, is it enough to draw one out of hiding?
I'd say so. A little one. Probably all we need. In the right spot, no doubt.
Have you seen a pair of coursers? I've been calling and calling, but it is no use. Nicodemus should know better. But Sylvain never had an ounce of sense in his head.
Slow down and tell me what happened.
My hounds have disappeared. They took off after a stag, and the Maker only knows where they've gotten to now. Please, you must help me find them.
If I see your dogs, I'll let you know.
May Andraste guide you.
Is that wyverns mating?
Could we mimic that?
No. Oh, the sound. Right, yes. I can try that.
There is something in there. A nest, perhaps.
Oh, blessed Andraste, thank you. I thought I'd die out here. I've been trapped here since last night.
I know I'm going to regret this, but why are you standing out here in your small clothes?
Ghasts were chasing me. I thought I could leave false trails. The truth told, I'm not looking for the Wyvern. I'm a scholar from Cumberland, researching an Avar cult that once lived here. They worship the Lady of the Skies to the exclusion of all other gods. I'm searching for their shrine.
I think I've been to your shrine. There were nothing but angry spirits at the site.
Nothing else. Pity. I had hoped. Oh, well. Rumors say they were driven from their last refuge. They left a great treasure in the goddess's keeping. But the mountain has defeated me. Please, take my research and see if you can do anything with it. I will try to make it back to camp. Good luck to you, Sirrah.
Wyvern poison. I'm almost certain. Poor thing.
Here's a use for that antidote we made.
Who's a cute puppy? I suppose we can't keep him, can we? His owner is probably waiting back at camp.
I am more than grateful, monsieur. Take this with my thanks.
Look for clues. Until you wash that off, I'm going to stay up with.
Ooh, Nugbones. I wonder if a nug call would help track Wyvern.
You know a nug call?
You go elbow deep in Wyvern shit, and I'm the weird one?
We must have enough to bait a trap now.
In the right spot, no doubt. Yes, I think this would be the place to find a Wyvern. And Ruminant kills the thing without getting sat on. They're not stupid, though. We'll need some really good bait.
Think we have enough in bait to draw one in.
More than enough. Careful, though, with this much bait, you might have our hands full. But it should be fun.
Lay it all out. I'm bringing the Duke to trophy to talk about.
Yes. I mean, if you're sure. Let's get to it. We've a lot of stuff to lay out, for starters. Right, now the blood. What? The prey makes me moving, doesn't it? Okay, I'll do the sound. You get ready. Don't look at me while I do this.
Was that? Good.
You want to do it? Didn't think so.
You are a champion of some blackwater city in the east. Quite chiffon, I'm sure. I suggest you run along with your servants while you have the chance. This Wyvern was mine to kill, not yours. Mine! I paid good coin to be the one who wins this contest. It was my turn!
Oh, I didn't realize the Duke was offering charity to his more useless guests. My mistake.
I will not accept such talk from a backwater mongrel.
You do realize Hawk can beat you like a rented mule with both hands tied behind his back.
A rented mule would probably smell better.
Insolent! From the night of this time! I can take them all, these. Kill them all! We can say the Wyvern has too much of them!
Now, what is going on here?
Prosper! This bloody bastard trying to steal my rightful kill!
Now, is there any way to speak of the champion of Kirkwall?
This is your fault for inviting the stinking turtle in the first place! Your mother would be ashamed!
Says the man whose mother slept less half of Falshava. My apologies. Arnold has always been a cheat. What would you have done with them?
You're not suggesting...
Why not? You believe Arnold would have stopped short of murder, given the chance?
Something on your mind?
Just let him go. He's not worth your time, Hawk.
My word, such mercy.
He can't be more than he is. That's all. We've bested him.
It's your hunt, and you'll get okay.
You hear that, Arnold? It behooves you to leave while I still can.
Fine. I will go.
Congratulations on finding the Wyvern. It looks like a fine one indeed. There will be a celebration in the Chateau courtyard. Do that when you're ready.
Right. Done with the Wyverns. And various nonsense. Back to the chateau?
We're here for a reason. Let's take care of it.
I'm with you. I had a quick look around. There's one door into the castle that isn't under heavy guard.
I hear a butt coming.
I can't get it open. And believe me, I tried. Bent a nice set of lockpicks in that stupid door. One of the Duke's guardsmen must have the key. They wouldn't just lock themselves out of the castle. I hope.
Why else would the party be in the garden? He probably has someone breaking a window right now.
I could make that work, actually. But in the meantime, let's find someone with a key.
We shouldn't all go together. These snooty nobles will make a scene.
Tallis and I will look for the key. In the meantime, scout out the castle for another way in.
Let's see what we can find out. Come on.
Your Grace, this is the event of the season.
You have truly outdone yourself this time, Prosper.
Ah, at last, the hero of the hunt. The champion of Kirkwall has the honor of first kill this day. To hunt the Wyvern on its own ground is to tempt fate, a terrible risk. But the prize, I present to you this belt crafted of fine Wyvern skin. Wear it well and accept the accolades you're due.
If anyone wants to laud my heroic achievements, I'm happy to listen.
Well said. Do not mind Leopold. My pet is always so temperamental before dinner.
I don't suppose Leopold knows how to fetch, or play dead.
Alas, he seems to think it's our duty to amuse him. My friends, I officially welcome you all to Chateau Hain. Enjoy a taste of our Legion hospitality.
You are Hawke, are you not? I heard about your mother. You and your uncle have my deepest condolences.
Were you a friend of hers?
I knew Leandra many years ago, before she left Kirkwall.
That's very kind.
Enjoy the celebration, Messire Hawke. The Duke is famed for his hospitality.
My word, has anyone ever told you you're the spitting image of the champion of Kirkwall?
You have no idea how often I've heard that.
You sound Ferelden. It's good to see another countryman here. There's Perrin, but he's peculiar.
Who is this man, Tigan?
I'm very sorry, but I didn't get your name.
Hawke.
Hawke? Oh, the champion.
Tigan, I must speak with you right now about the horrible thing Dulce de Lancey said.
Of course. Please, excuse me, Messire Hawke. A pleasure to meet you. If you speak to Ban Perrin, I don't advise you to bring up the Chantry, or knickers.
Can I help you?
I've been stung by a bee. I think it's swelling. Maker, am I dying?
The swelling is almost as big as your head. Don't just stand there, man. Do something before it's too late.
If I die, make sure the world knows I died at Chateau Hain.
There's no need for such drama. Come with me. I will see what I can do.
Leave him to me. A few moments alone, and I can get us the key to the chateau.
My, what a big sword you have. Do they give those to all the Chevaliers? So impressive.
Lovely party. Well?
He doesn't have it.
What?
He forgot he'd given the key to one of the servants. What kind of guard forgets that he's locked himself out of the castle?
We'll go out there and mingle until we find a way in. Or get so full of caviar and wine we fall asleep.
Right. Nothing to worry about. This can still work.
Champion, what a surprise. Seneschal, dear, introduce me to your delicious friend.
Serendipity. This is Serah Hawke.
Awkward. So, can we talk about something else now?
The Canapes are interesting, aren't they? And everyone here is so, upper class.
What an astute observation.
We should get moving. Lots of people to greet. It was a pleasure meeting everyone.
Don't be a stranger.
Pardon me, Sir Guard, but could we have a moment of your time?
Anything for the Duke's honored guests.
I've just encountered some Ferelden band wearing the same outfit as me. I need to change immediately.
Utter humiliation, sir. His lordship isn't fit to be seen in this condition.
A matter of social life or death. Get me into the castle now.
I can see this is a matter of utmost importance, but I'm afraid I do not have the power to help you.
My. I never thought you'd actually attend, champion.
I was hoping it would be a shock. Part of my plan to become the most talked-about noble in Thedas.
If I'm any judge, your scheme will succeed. What do you think of the party so far?
Recommendations for people I should chat up?
The gentleman over there is Ban Tegan of Ferelden, younger brother of the Arl of Redcliffe. And of course, there's Lord Cyril, Duke Prosper's son.
Who are the worst in the crowd?
Do you see the two young ladies over there? That's Babette and Fifi de Lancey, daughters of the Comte de Lancey. Don't make eye contact. You'll thank me later.
I get the feeling that everyone here is a moment away from tearing each other apart.
Don't get between the Comtesse de Lancey and the wine, or we will certainly see bloodshed.
We should probably go mingle a bit more.
Sorry, Elegant. Places to go, canapes to eat. You know how it is.
Can I interest you in some Antivan olives? Or I have some smoked ham from the Androfels. They say it tastes of despair.
Wait, does it really? How can ham taste like despair? Why would anyone eat it if it did?
That's what the importer said. They all talk like that. This wine has notes of oak and springtime. This cheese tastes of sorrow.
Who needs more despair in their diet? What's that good for?
I've heard that artists are fond of it.
I don't suppose we could have a peek at the kitchens. I'd love to see this hopeless dish in all its glory.
I don't know. I shouldn't leave my post.
What a scandalous reprieve from olive duty. Think of what the other servants will say.
The upstairs maids will be so jealous when they find out. Very well. Follow me.
I know, right? They treat you like part of the furniture. I'm surprised they don't sit on it.
Avoid the cheese plate. Terrible. Have you got the key?
I'm usually better at this. She didn't have the key either. This isn't supposed to be so complicated.
Maybe we could steal dessert spoons and start tunneling under the wall.
That's not terrible. Hang on to that idea. The servant says she gave it to the Duke's son, Lord Cyril. Let's find him and hope he didn't pass it on to his father.
Is something the matter?
My friend here has had a bit too much wine. She needs to sit down inside before she gets sick on a duchess.
Oh, I can hear the ocean in my head. Tide goes in, tide goes... Ow.
That's never a good sign.
My apologies, but I couldn't let you in, even if I wished to. Excellent. Join us, champion. We were just discussing your famous confrontation with the Qunari leader.
You must tell us the tale. It was the talk of Denerim for months.
You have never been to Chateau N, yes? Please, allow me to give you this caprice. It's an old custom. My mother spoke often of Leandra. They were great friends when they were young. It's a shame neither could be here.
Where are your knickers this time, Perrin?
Shut up, you painted shrew!
What entertaining manners our guests have. Don't you agree, Hawke?
Talis here has a message for you, Lord Cyril. It seems to be urgent.
This should only take a moment, my friends. Enjoy the party in my absence.
But, yes, The Regency wallpaper is quite lovely. I agree. I wouldn't say, forget it.
That wyvern blood has some kick, doesn't it?
This is officially my worst night ever.
Not Lord Cyril's type.
Maybe he just doesn't like elves. Or women. In either case, you're the answer. He has the key. Go get it. What? It's your turn, Hawk. Go on.
Seems like I could save time and just assume a plan will fall apart from the start.
It hasn't fallen apart. It's just, not entirely cooperating with reality. Just go try something.
Tell the elf that her pleas are for nothing. She's pretty enough, I suppose. No doubt there are some men who would like that sort of thing.
You have it! Tell me you have it.
Was there ever any doubt?
Good, then we can find the jewel and get this over with.
You don't sound that excited.
It's simply been a long time coming. That's all.
This jewel is that important to you?
Yes, I suppose it is. I want this part of my life finished.
This is our best chance, while everyone is occupied.
Right you are.
What in the name?
There's no need for you to die today, friend. Just move on. You never saw us. You could have walked away.
Of course he didn't walk away. That'd be a bad trait in a guard.
I know that.
It's not like his family can say, we thought he only had to bake cookies.
There are other paths. They do not all need to lead to the same destination. Enough. We're here for the heart. I'd like to do this quietly, alert as few guards as possible. What do you think?
Don't relish the thought of 24 guards chasing me around the chateau. Quiet's the way to go.
I'm glad you agree. Let's go. This part of the chateau will be crawling with guards. We'll have to try our best to keep out of sight. Or we could try to create distractions, provided you're good at throwing stones.
And if all else fails, we'll give them a sharp knock on the head.
Right, of course. Just try not to do it all the time. All right, I'm ready when you are.
Can't speak now. I've too much to do preparing the banquet and Leopold's dinner. You don't want to see a wyvern go hungry. If you need something, ask one of the servants. Well, why are you still bothering me?
There's a problem in the courtyard. Something about a poisoned comtesse. The servants were looking for you.
A maker's breath. What have those useless elves done now? I suppose I'd better deal with this.
It's never as easy as it seems, is it?
I swear I didn't know. There must be some sort of switch.
Something wrong?
I don't know. Yes.
Don't fret, my dear.
I see the party's moved indoors.
It's not over yet.
But it is over. I knew who you were the moment you arrived. Assassin.
Assassin? I knew it.
You did?
Have you met my friends? All of them are crazy, and most of them are killers.
Clever man. Have you also deduced that your elven friend is Qunari?
This sort of thing happens to me all the time. You'd think I'd learn.
Look, I came to stop the Heart from doing something we will all regret. He didn't. Leave him out of this.
And waste all the effort I spent luring you here before the Heart's arrival? Don't be foolish.
Asay hasatra mas.
Mas avas trasokulon. Take them away.
The elf was Kunari.
And the dwarf has no beard. I know, it made no sense to me either. Maybe they cut her horns off.
The Kunari are not a race. They are a religion. What I don't understand is why a Kunari agent would try to kill one of her own people. And why involve the champion?
Excellent questions.
I expect answers to match.
I live to please.
You're angry, aren't you? Look on the bright side. The Duke didn't have us killed. That's gotta be worth something, right? Unless he has something worse planned.
Why wait for the Duke? I can end this now.
I don't suppose you'd let me take my chances.
Give you an option to make up your own mind. Who does that?
Touché.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't.
I am sorry. This didn't work out like I'd planned. Obviously.
What was your plan exactly?
The one I expected to find is named Salit, a member of the Ben Hasrath, the Heart of the Many. I was told he's here to sell secrets to the Orlesians, and I came to stop him. I suppose I was misinformed.
So, everything you told me was a lie?
Not everything.
So I just missed the part where you're one of the people I drove out of Kirkwall?
You don't need horns to embrace the Qun. What you need is a purpose, a belief in unity, in improving the lot, not only for your own people, but for everyone.
You're talking about butchers out to destroy any sense of free will?
I'm talking about fighting to make things better.
By slaughtering anyone who disagrees with you?
Because your people are so much better, I suppose? No one oppressed, no one left starving? Being Qunari doesn't automatically mean you're a zealot. Most Qunari don't even understand humans, why you act like you do. But I grew up among you. I understand perfectly well.
Wait, aren't you here to kill someone for the Qunari?
I never said I was killing him for the Qunari.
So you're improving his lot, perhaps repeatedly?
I know it's not easy to understand. After what the Arishok did, I hardly blame you. But just tell me, can you honestly say there's nothing to improve? Nothing to strive for? We believe in striving together. We may stumble, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try.
Well, what's important is that you try, yes?
It's who I am. I joined the Ben Hasras because I felt it meant something. Means something.
You sound like you're trying to convince yourself.
It's been a long time since I talked to anyone about it. I suppose it's not really prison cell conversation.
So, did you really involve me just because I had an invitation?
You were the only one on the invitation list who wasn't a personal friend of the Montfort family. And you're also Basili An, remember? An outsider worthy of respect.
You know about that?
Of course. If there was anyone a Qunari should or would consider going to for help, it's you.
And what was going to happen when all this was over?
I thank you. We go our separate ways.
So I just fell off the Ferelden turnip card. Is that it?
Truth? You're not exactly what I was expecting. I've heard a few stories about you. They don't quite do you justice. Perhaps if I'd done my homework, I would have known more about you. Given you the respect you deserve. Nothing I could do about it now.
So you came here to stop this Salit from betraying your people?
You probably won't believe me, but this isn't a political mission. It's personal.
What do you mean?
Salit was my best Rathari. The one who recruited me into the Ben Hasrith. My tutor. He's the one who saw my potential. Convinced me that I could make a difference. It doesn't matter now.
But you said he was selling secrets.
He is. Or at least he intends to. One last act of defiance. I can't let him do that. Not when he'll hurt so many others in the process.
You mean he'll hurt other Qunari?
Not every Qunari is a soldier, you know. There are tens of thousands of farmers, artisans, craftsmen. People who have never hurt anyone. People whose only crime is living. They don't deserve what he's going to do to them. But it's more than my duty to stop Salit. It is my moral obligation.
You mentioned the Heart of the Many before, but you said it was the name of the jewel.
It's also what Ben Hasrith means. Some people say we're enforcers, that keep the Qunari in line, but that's not it. It's hard to explain.
Try.
We're the soul of the Qun. We keep its spirit alive and protect it, from both outside and from within. Not every Qunari agrees, nor do they always do what is best for all. The Ben Hasrith remind us of our common goal.
With force, I assume?
It's not always meant to end in violence. There are other paths. They do not all need to lead to the same destination. I probably don't sound very convincing.
You were misinformed. Clearly the mark of a skilled Qunari agent.
And there I was, making fun of the crows, too.
Just where do you get your information?
I read about it on the wall of a latrine. What can I say? Apparently the I was tricked thing is going around. The first order of business is getting out of here before His Grace decides we would taste good in the soup. Or whatever he has planned. Any ideas?
Oh, I'm sure the others will be along any minute now.
Keep up, Varric. I'm sure we're almost there.
You've certainly quickened your stride in the last few years.
Too much to learn. Or, you know, rescue.
There's my sunshine. Let's go.
That's it. I'm officially tired of waiting to be rescued.
Why didn't you just do that before?
You said your friends were coming.
And you're fine. Of course you are.
Let's get out of here.
So, back through the castle, then?
There's a better way than fighting through the Duke's entire army. I'll show you.
Done with my hospitality already, are we? Such a shame.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
I agree. Thankfully, I have an opportunity to rectify that mistake.
Just let him go, Prosper. It's me you want.
What I want is to ensure you cannot further hinder my plans. Do your job and kill them, Chasing. Is that not why I keep you around?
That is it. Hold them. I'm releasing the pets.
Got everything from the chateau? The way those rocks look, I don't want to test this path more than once. That's odd. I can swear that... Trust me.
Tallis! The Circle are not the only ones who know how to break a maze.
If my boss locked me in the dungeon, I'd think about a career change.
I do not fight for him. The Duke is a fool. His enemies are posturing, guileless lot. But you are worth testing. Prosper can find his own weapons, and I shall choose mine.
shot, too. You didn't think I was leaving, did you? And there's the way out. See? I told you I had a plan. It was a good plan. The kind that had an escape and everything.
Not a monster lair. That is a good sign.
So you could go. There are, however, other options.
After this mess you've got me into.
I know you think I lied to you. Well, I did lie to you, but I'm hoping you can look past that. What Salib is going to do will harm so many innocents, my people as well as yours. It's my duty to stop him. Even so, I can't do it alone. Not anymore.
What did you have in mind exactly?
Well, we could go back, maybe have some tea with the Duke, get to know one another. Then, just as he starts to trust us, you slip a bag over his head, and we drag him to Antiva.
No, not Antiva, you fiend.
Or, we could find out when Salid is arriving, and stop him before it's too late.
Explain what's so terrible about Salid's plan.
I can't. Not completely. And yes, I know. That's a hard sell. The information Salid plans to turn over to Olay won't just hurt Qunari, however. It will harm anyone living in Qunari lands. Even those who fled to Qunari of any race will be condemned to persecution forever.
It couldn't just be a way to convince me to help you again, I suppose.
If only it was. I'm not here on some directive from the Qun. I came. Salib was declared Kalashah, but they didn't deem intervention worthwhile. I couldn't agree. I had to try.
Doesn't that make you Kalashah as well?
No. The Ben Hasreth didn't order me not to do this, but here I am anyway. I was trying to earn my way back into their good graces. This probably won't help.
Why? What did you do?
It's not easy being an elf in the Qun. You're not born to it like they are. I've struggled to find that peace, that certainty. I know it's there. I just keep falling short. What about you? Have you ever been a part of something bigger than just yourself?
I'll tell you when I find it.
The Qunari have a vision of what life should be like. Free from pain and fear and doubt. You see tyranny, and I see caring and interest in the welfare of all. Yes, it could be better, but so could human indifference and cruelty. Or do you disagree?
Saying the Qunari could be better is an understatement.
Maybe. What Salib does won't help. It'll only make things worse.
You've made your argument. What am I supposed to do with it?
Whatever you decide. I'd be a fool to have a reluctant partner at my back. There are two paths open to us. I hope you really do understand what's at stake. Ha! Please.
Let's get this over with, Canary, before your assassins find us. Already I regret agreeing to spare them.
I have chosen my path. That choice should not matter.
I'm here to facilitate your deal with the Empress. Nothing more. Well, names, Your Grace. It's a list of names. What is the meaning of this?
You asked for a weapon. I am providing it.
We expected the formula for black powder, dreadnought plant, a map of Kunandar, anything. This is useless. Your Grace. Champion. I should have known you would turn up.
So here I was, just trying to find a way off this mountain. Where do I end up?
And I suppose I should let you go. A thief who tried to rob my home.
They say clemency is a virtue.
Tell us.
Well, Salit, now that I have your weapon, how else will you betray yourself?
You should not have come. This path is mine alone. Go, while you still can.
None of you are going anywhere. Keep away from me! The Empress will hear of this! Orlais will burn Kirkwall to the ground! All of you will die screaming! I swear it!
I would have tried begging for mercy, but that's just me.
You blasted! Die!
Thank you for the lovely party. I'll treasure the belt.
And that's why you don't waste your last minute monologuing.
Looks like the Duke has fallen from grace.
Atash Farin Kata. If the Duke only knew what he nearly had in his grasp. I was halfway back up the mountain before I found someone who told me where the Duke was. Ironic that it happened to be where you were headed. But that does fit pretty well with your life, I guess.
You didn't mention that Salit was a friend of yours.
He trained me. I suppose, in a way, he saved me. I owed him a better death.
It seems like this is when we discuss a reward.
All right. Something specific in mind?
I'd like my own personal dreadnought, half of Parvolin, oh, and a pony.
Is that all? Here, I thought you'd make it difficult. Here. That was going to be the heart of the many. You'd find a jewel, while I'd go off and find Salit, and be back before anyone was the wiser. I suppose nothing ever goes like you plan, does it? Take it, Hawk. I'll try to stay out of your hair from now on, but I can't promise anything.
Let me guess. You haven't seen Talus since that day.
A safe assumption, given her nature.
And who is left to appease Orlais after a duke's murder at the hands of the champion of Kirkwall?
Not by choice, if that helps. And there's the business of Prosper inviting the whole affair, possibly under orders from Empress Celine. Imagine the scandal if that was known.
If you believe a Qunari agent.
Well, that's the difficult part, isn't it? I don't know why Hawk didn't kill Talus. I suppose she was pretty for Qunari. Whatever the reason, I doubt it's the last I've seen of her. But what do I know? I just tell stories.
I have a report you might find interesting. It tells of a chasm in the Vinmark Mountains, and a secret that was said to be buried within. Yet when the Chantry went to investigate, they were turned away by the Grey Wardens.
And why would I find that interesting?
Because the champion was there. I can't help but notice you failed to mention this adventure.
Oh, that? I didn't think you'd be interested. Just some business with Hawk's family. A few Carter dwarves who went too far. You're not going to believe me.
I'll take my chances.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you. There it is.
That's where these dwarves are?
These are Carter dwarves, so they're more criminals and smugglers than anything else. They're not usually stupid, though. I don't know why they'd attack you.
They snuck into the gallows. If there hadn't been Templars to stop them.
Don't feel left out. They've been trying to kill me for several days now.
You have a plan, then? I found their hideout, but my sources couldn't tell me anything else. It's all very strange.
Why do you say that? It's just the Carter, isn't it?
As far as my contacts in the Carter know, they shouldn't be here. There shouldn't even be a here. This place is invisible. A big blind spot on the map. Bianca's never been this suspicious, and she's twitchy to start with.
Does it matter? We just need them to stop trying to kill us.
A fine point. So, what's the plan?
Oh, I'm sure this is all a misunderstanding. Later we'll all have tea and we'll laugh.
Oh, your name is Hawk. I thought it was Locke.
I can't believe you two are joking about this.
Don't worry, Sunshine. The laughter just hides the pain.
At least the Circle let me come. I didn't want you to do this alone.
Let's go.
You, the brother and sister both, you're here together. You've come!
Is he referring to you and me?
Everyone! It's the children of Malcolm Hawk! They've come to us!
What does my father have to do with this?
It began with him, and ends with you. Blood for blood, that's what we were told.
Did Father do something to the Carter?
You've come to us now, and that's the only thing that matters.
You tell me! How could I refuse such a delightfully worded invitation?
We must have the blood. You don't understand.
Oh, blood. Why didn't you just ask?
We will take it. Corypheus will walk in the sun once more. The Hawk's blood. The Master will rise. He will be free.
Garav?
Varric? No one told me you would be part of this. We were just going after the Hawk.
Why has the Carter been attacking me?
I can't say. The Master must be free.
Really, Garav? I thought better of you than this. I mean, gutting the occasional competitor for fun and profit, that's the game. But what are you all even doing here? Worshipping demons?
We drink the Darkspawn blood. He calls us.
Why would you do that? Won't you just die?
It's the only way to hear the music.
Oh, come on, you nug licker. Snap out of it. There's no gold in hallucinating.
Manners, Varric. Introduce me to your lunatic friend.
Hawk, this is Garav. He's a greedy, brilliant bastard son of a nug from the Carter. Garav, this is Hawk. The one whose blood you want to drink, or bathe in, or whatever. But if you're after eternal youth, I've got to tell you, he's no virgin.
The Master is calling. He needs the blood.
Garav, buddy, this isn't like you. Look, I've still got Bianca. Never misfired a day in her life. You don't want her to see her papa like this, do you?
Varric, you want to spare this bastard?
Not if he's after you, Hawk. Bianca, I think it's time to say goodbye. Reinforcements, you bastard! You poor, stupid bastard. I used to do business with the Carter, back in the day. Garav was a nutcase then too, but in a good way. He was trying to design a new type of repeating crossbow. Bianca was the only one that ever worked. I can't believe he ended up like that. Hawk, they told me you were going to be trouble. And look, you brought the whole family. How generous. I swore to Corypheus we'd bring him Malcolm Hawk's blood, one way or the other.
What does this have to do with my father?
The Master wants you. I don't ask why.
So it's Corypheus who's after me?
What Corypheus wants, Corypheus gets. From us, or from someone.
Corypheus wants some blood? Sure, let me just open a vein. How about a kidney, too?
Corypheus, we have done as you command. Your sacrifice is here. You will see the surface once more.
What the...
What is this? I can feel it inside me.
Oh, that is a strange one. They don't have one of those in the Circle. And it was Father's.
This is going to take me to Corypheus.
Those sons of bitches. The whole blasted thing's sealed over.
I guess we should have seen that coming.
And they wonder why I prefer the surface. The key! Did they find it? The dwarves. I heard them. Looking, digging. How do you bring the key here?
You mean this? How is this a key?
Magic. Old magic it is. Magic from the blood. It made the seals. It can destroy them.
I came in here to find Corypheus. Do you know where or what he is?
Do not say his name. He will hear you. Do not wake him. Not when you hold the key.
Let me guess. You want to drink my blood too?
Blood? The blood of the Hawk? Are you the Hawk? I smell no magic on you. But you hold the key to his death. Yes, I can show you out, yes.
Because I always like to follow the advice of tainted, crazy people.
Not crazy. No. Trust me. I know the prison's secrets. The seals hold us in. Anything comes in. Nothing ever leaves. Not without the key. You must use it, yes. On the seals. Every seal. You touch the key to it. Only then they open. Only for the Hawk. Not back. Not up. Only way out is down and through the heart. Down. Down in the depths.
Well, that made everything much clearer.
Let me guess. The first seal?
2,000 years the magic holds. Never broken. Give it the key. Let it take the magic back to itself. Absorb it. All who came before. The blood works. It is good.
All this talk about my blood is a little creepy. Are you at least planning to tell me your name?
Name? So long since I've said my name. Larius. I was Larius. There was a title too.
Commander. Commander of the Grey.
He was a warden. Poor wretch must have come down here on his calling.
Yes, the calling. The songs get louder. Only death stops them. I am dead. But I never died.
Anders, what are you talking about?
Wardens aren't immune to the taint forever. In time, we start to hear voices. The same ones Darkspawn hear. That's when they send you into the Deep Roads. To die.
If you're a warden, then do you know what just happened? What does the seal have to do with my blood?
The magic. It calls to the blood, reads the thoughts of those who hold it. The last to hold it. The Hawk. I was there when he laid the seals. Before I became this. You favor him. Corypheus calls. In the darkness. What waits there? He is waking. The magic grows lax. He feels us walk where no step goes.
Are you talking about Corypheus?
He calls. Like an old god. He mimics their cry.
Can the rest of you hear him? I figured it was just me.
He calls them to free him. The dark children and the light. Any with taint in their blood.
If Corypheus isn't an old god, what is he? Human? Demon? Darkspawn?
More than Darkspawn. More than human. He thinks. He talks. He pierces the veil.
An awakened Darkspawn. An emissary. When I was with the Wardens in Amaranthine, we met an emissary like that. Powerful. Persuasive. I didn't realize there were others.
He wants what was once his.
When you run off, where do you go?
I know the darkness before the seals. Here, the voice is too strong. I cannot stay.
The Legion of the Dead. Sent after Paragon Garen's heir. Why does that sound familiar? I think Garen was sometime in the early Exalted Age. Hundreds of years ago.
Do you think they found him?
Who knows? That's where I know the name. Tethras Garen should have been the heir to the Garen clan. But he was accused of killing his sister and sent into the Deep Roads to die. When the real murderer was caught, they tried to find him. They never could. Instead, every Garen heir from that time on took the name Tethras in his honor. One of them became a paragon in his own right, and founded my clan.
So this is kind of your ancestor they're looking for?
Not directly, but a little closer than I like to come to my past, you know.
Atras Tunsha, Totania Amigtol Tavashaiduk.
That was sweet, Hawk. Now let's get out of here before you see me cry.
What's wrong?
I can't. The voices. Wardens. The joining. I have too much taint in my blood. I can't shut him out. Help me. I will not...
Controlled. I can't take you anywhere.
Thank you. I guess they're right. You never can leave the Wardens. I hope I can hold against him. Against them both.
Let's just try not to do that again. Bianca hates being turned on her friends.
He feels the seals weaken. He knows you are close. You must be ready. What's that? Who? No! No! They're here!
Who is it this time? Puddles the Turtle? The holy cheese wheel of Andraste?
The Wardens. They listen to Corypheus. They want to bring him the light. Stop them. You must stop them.
Something's happening. The prison's breaking down. But it stood up to tunneling before. What can... You! You have the key! And you've come through the seals. But how? Champion? Are you the one? The same Hawke, child of Malcolm? The Carters said they were close. You must be him. I am Janica. I lead this unit of Grey Wardens.
Why are the Wardens so interested in my father?
Then you don't know. Without Malcolm, this prison would have fallen 30 years ago.
Let me guess. It had something to do with this fancy thing?
The Grey Wardens built this prison to contain one of the most powerful Darkspawn we've ever encountered. But even the best magic fades. The Wardens need to reinforce the seals. This requires the blood of a mage untainted by Warden training. The last to perform the ritual was your father.
My father was a blood mage.
To avert the blights, forbidden magics are sometimes necessary.
That's an argument we have to guard against. My father knew that.
He did not bind the demons, if that is your concern. That was done in another era, before the Chantry's laws.
Why do my family stories never involve embarrassing vacations in Antiva?
We need your help, Hawke. I have done extensive research on this Darkspawn, and I believe the original Wardens were wrong. He isn't a threat to humanity. He's our greatest opportunity. A Darkspawn who can talk, feel, reason.
Corypheus cares nothing for blights. He used you.
The Warden Commander?
Don't listen to this creature. He's half Darkspawn himself. I know how to harness Corypheus. Use his magic to end the blights.
No! The Wardens knew. Corypheus is too powerful.
Don't do it, Hawke. The Warden Commander killed the last of this sort. You can't make deals with the Darkspawn.
Worth the risk. If he doesn't help, it's one more big Darkspawn to stick a bolt in. No big deal.
Father would have considered this, done the research. Trust that he was right.
Corypheus calls her, and she listens. She brought him the Carter, sent them for you.
You must help us.
Corypheus may be as great a threat as the next Blight. We can't risk freeing him.
We'll find a way to do this with or without you, Hawke. This prison will be broken. The blight will end. Come.
With me! We will beat them to the seal! Do not touch anything. The old defenses are active again. Very unpredictable, very dangerous.
There! That's the one Janica wants dead.
You do Janica's bidding?
Janica shared knowledge of Corypheus with the Carta. When she releases the Master, we will be rewarded.
How many of you are there? I thought I dealt with you already.
We may die here, but we will take you with us.
No! Don't!
To arms, and pray that Corypheus honors our sacrifice!
Trapped. Carter fools, always where they don't belong. This shouldn't have happened.
Don't touch anything is usually an invitation to touch everything, didn't you know?
Always a punishment for playing with things you don't understand. There is a way out. Deep down, a small memory, a fading thought, I've been here before. Yes. Yes. Think. There must be a way. I was here once before. A long time ago. Yeah. The magic flows in streams. They must be joined for the way to open. Yes. Yes, that's it.
Did you really think those old wards would stop me? Look at you. Barely able to string two thoughts together. You've only made it this far because of Hawke.
You can still turn away. Do not listen to his voice.
You're a fool, Larius. And you should have died here years ago. You're too late, Larius. Hand over Hawke, and I'll give you a quick death.
Hawke has made his choice. The right one.
The right choice or the only choice? Malcolm Hawke was not allowed to disagree.
It is the past. It doesn't matter.
Larius? What does Janica mean by not allowed?
How does she know this? Alec, did you tell her? Malcolm Hawke was reluctant. Had to be persuaded. I was Warden Commander. It was my duty. I delivered an ultimatum. Help us, or you'll never see her again.
You threatened Father.
You were going to kill our mother?
No, never. He came with us. I never had to decide her fate. She was never told about what passed between Malcolm and me.
That doesn't make it better.
You see, Hawke? How can you trust anything Larius says?
Larius's threats were reprehensible, but he's still right about Corypheus.
You can come willingly or not, Hawke. I just need your blood.
He stirs. Slay him now before he wakes, before his strength comes. The key. It's not strong enough. Use your blood. Free him and slay him.
Be this some dream I wake from? Am I in dwarven lands? Why seem their roads so empty? You! Serve you at the Temple of Dumat? Bring me hence. I must speak with the first acolyte.
Dumat was the first old god to become an archdemon. There haven't been temples to him since ancient Tevinter.
You look human. Are you not citizens of the Empire? Slaves, then, to the dwarves? Why come you here? Whoever you be, you owe fealty to any Magister of Tevinter. On your knees. All of you.
You're a Darkspawn. Dark spawn, ravaging the Deep Road, spreading the blight. Does this ring a bell?
You are what held me. I smell the blood in you.
Dumat, Lord, tell me, what waking dream is this? The light. We sought the golden light. You offered the power of the gods themselves. But it was black, corrupt, darkness, ever since. How long?
The Golden City. The first violation. The Magisters who brought the Blight.
That's ridiculous. There were no magical boogeymen who trespassed in the Maker's City. It's a story. It's Chantry propaganda.
Where do you think Darkspawn came from?
Some creation of the old gods, no doubt.
Dumat, have you forsaken me? I am your faithful servant.
The Darkspawn aren't just some conveniently explicit lesson on the dangers of magic.
The Chantry teaches that it was mankind's hubris that brought the Blights down on us.
The hubris of mages. That's their real point.
What manner of speech is this? How long have I slumbered?
He tainted the world. He speaks to all who carry the corruption. Darkspawn and Wardens. He brought Janica here. Brought you.
If he's been calling the Wardens to free him, what's his plan? He seems confused.
He slept. While the seals held, he could not wake. He knows nothing of time that passed. We must kill him now, before he comes to.
If he could reach the Black City, who knows what else he's capable of? We need to kill him.
The city! It was supposed to be golden! It was supposed to be ours! If I cannot leave with you, I will leave through you. I seek the light!
That amulet. No one's used that pattern since before the First Blight. It was unique to a small sect in Tevinter, who worshipped the god Dumat. Corypheus really was an ancient magister. I always thought the Black City was just a story.
Maybe the Chantry's right about other things too.
I'll need to study this further.
You did well, Hawk. More than the Grey Wardens of old were able to accomplish. I will tell the Warden Commander of your service here.
You think the Wardens will give you a warm welcome looking like that? I don't think we're supposed to come back from the calling.
I must try. You've gained an ally today.
Why are you talking like that?
My head is clear now. Without Corypheus's call, I can think again. I thank you for my freedom.
And here I thought I'd just gained a headache.
I will never forget what you did here. The prison stands no more. My gratitude you have for my freedom.
I said you wouldn't believe me.
When the Seekers arrived at the structure, this prison, it was destroyed. The Grey Wardens were there, but they did not mention this Larius. They claimed everyone was dead. And now you claim the champion was not only there, but defeated a Magister. One of the Magisters of old.
Left there by the Wardens themselves.
A curious tale. I wonder if there's more to it.
A small matter. A moment for the last of the family, and an echo. You'll forgive me if I take a liberty or two.
It's amazing how the past haunts us. All this hardship, because of what happened so many years ago. Did Father think it was worth it? He certainly knew it was too shameful to mention. He was wise not to share it with Mother, or any non-mage.
It gets harder every year to remember what Father was like.
I thought he knew everything. You know, as much as he had to spend time training me, he was so proud of you and Carver. His scoundrel and his soldier. He'd still be proud, even after all this.
The alternative being quiet lives as maids and stable boys.
An idea not without charm. But you're right. Being normal would have required wholly different parents. And I wouldn't want that. Thank you for taking care of everything, brother.
Malcolm would be happy you two aren't at each other's throats. Not all the time. He sacrificed so we would have a life free to choose. Must have been a terrible burden. Much like the burden you've assumed.
That's me, banging my head against the walls of tyranny.
You know, your father was the same way. Taming the shadows with questionable wit. The best of him is still with you. The best of all of us. It's what makes you try so hard. You will always have that. We will always be family. It'll be all right.